Pork chop sandwiches. Oh shit! Get the fuck out of here! What are you doing? Go! Get the fuck out of here, you stupid idiot! Fuck, we're all dead! Get the fuck out!
Hello. I shall wait for people to populate. Because I have nothing. Well, I do need to play some Oblivion later, but other than that, I have nothing else to do today. So I did a lot of videos. So I shall wait for people to maybe show up. I probably need to make a thumbnail. So let me do that while I wait. I know I do a lot of random live streams, but that's okay. People show up, and sometimes they go well. Let's see. What's up, 610? I'm not quitting YouTube. YouTube's not my job. I wish YouTube was my job. Stopping it on work break. I was supposed to work today, but I decided I've got another job lined up next week. So I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to do it. Well, I was supposed to be there at 8:30. And if y'all saw my stream last night, like, hi, G Kitty. What's up, Bobby? It was 3:30 in the morning, and I was like, you know, I'm starting a job next week. I can go to sleep for 5 hours and wake up and go to work. And instead, I woke up at 8:30 in my bed, and I just looked at my phone, and I was like, I don't even care because I'm starting a new job. And is that kind of fucked up? Yeah, but how I got treated was kind of fucked up. So I'm kind of over that shit. So it doesn't really bother me. Sucks for them because I'm a good worker. But so I was shift captain at a pizza place. So it was all right. It wasn't hard. It's just everyone was younger than me. My manager was like good at being friendly with his coworkers, but not good at being a manager. So not good at taking care of the shit that needed to get taken care of. And then he tried to promote a non-reliable, very young person who was already told him they were looking for another job instead of asking me who'd been there and showed up every day. And I'm just like, you know what? It's fine. I can go make $22 an hour working early in the morning and come home and not worry about it. So that's what I'm going to do is change my job. I already have it set up for orientation at 7 a.m. I do watch wrestling. I do indeed watch wrestling. In fact, I think for this thumbnail, when I get around to making it, I'm looking for an I Quit match thumbnail, like from WWE, and so I could put my face on there, like I'm in an I Quit match, because you know I got wrestling on the mind. WrestleMania was this weekend. How's it going, Leia? And WrestleMania was fun. You know, I was really gonna go in the rest of this week. And just, I was supposed to be off Saturday and tomorrow. And I was going to go in the rest of the week and tell him on Friday that it was my last day. But I was like, you didn't even give me the common courtesy to like ask me if I would want to do. And it was only $1, like more. So it wasn't like a big deal or anything. But it's just the fact that I worked hard. And even the district manager was like, you're reliable. You're here all the time, huh? And I'm like, yeah. Only been there 3 months. So I didn't want to put all my eggs in one basket, as it were. Plus, also, I feel like maybe at some point this could become like a side job, maybe like a part-time thing. Not now, obviously, but if the momentum keeps going and we get more channel members and I keep putting out stuff. Which, by the way, if you're a channel member, you got some good stuff today. You got the Ultimate Miles Morales video, which is up right now, and I did release the Dakin video, and the only reason I released it this week instead of next week is because I don't have anything as far as figure reviewed to put up on Tuesday. So that members first video for Dakin is going to go up on Tuesday for everybody. So that's why that went out. So you got 2 members only videos, and then you also have, I just finally edited the blooper reel and put that up for members only. So if you want to laugh, and me and my girlfriend watched it, and I didn't think it'd be that funny while I was sitting there editing it, because I was literally like, but sitting there and watching it and she was laughing, it made me start laughing. So it is genuinely funny. So if you want some extra free, like some extra cool stuff, all you have to do is pay 99 cents a month and you're a channel member and you get all that cool stuff. And I am going to do members only live streams as well. But I know most of the people in the chat are already members. So this is just for the benefit of anyone watching new or in the replay or whatever. And yes, I did see WrestleMania 41. I kind of skipped around a lot because most of it wasn't that interesting to me. Sincerely, I had more fun watching LSWA wrestling these past few weeks than I did either night of WrestleMania. Yeah, there was some not so great stuff, but I need to watch Raw because apparently Raw was better than both nights of WrestleMania combined. So I do need to at least watch that Raw because I don't generally keep up with wrestling. Oh no, I didn't go. I didn't go to WrestleMania. You think I made money? I just quit my job. I feel bad about how I quit. Like I've never quit like that before. So I called out yesterday because I genuinely like hurt my back. Like so it was a pizza place. It's called Mod, and this one girl, she was doing the dough and we had to throw a bunch out because it was supposed to expire. And she put like maybe like 5 or 6 cases worth of dough into one trash bag. And it doesn't look like a lot because it all just goes down to the bottom of one pile. And I went to pull this fucking bag out and it didn't budge. And I heard my back like pop. I already have a bad back. I heard it pop. And then I said, oh, fuck. Because I literally popped my back out. And then my neck was hurting the next 2 days. So I called out yesterday. And then I woke up this morning when I was supposed to be there. And I was like, well, I guess that means I quit. So the universe kind of decided that for me. And I guess it goes that way sometimes. Because the first job that I had, I worked for 14 years. That wasn't my first job even. But like the most recent job before this one, other than Dollar General, which was just a joke. That was like for 2 months and it was so underpaid and such garbage that I was skeptical as to whether my Mero video was funny or not. But people seem to think it's funny. So I definitely get ready to, I don't know if people like this part of making a video that you want to be funny. Yeah, and it's like I like to think I'm funny. I laugh at my own jokes, but that's because I'm dumb as shit and I make stupid fucking jokes. But it seems like half of y'all are into my sense of humor, at least. So when I make a stupid joke, at least half of y'all are laughing. Otherwise, I wouldn't have as many subscribers as I do. Which, by the way, I think we're at 33, 37. So once we hit 35, it's been a while. It's been like 6 months. We'll give away that retro carded Venom, and then there's a couple other giveaways after that. So it had to be done, CJ. My girlfriend's proud of me. She's like, I wouldn't have gone back there either. And I'm like, it just, and the funniest thing is that night, the last night that I did, so our GM had just put a message. So this is the other thing. They had a messaging app called Beekeeper, and we're supposed to like keep up with messages about work while we're not working and shit. So he just sent a message in the morning about how there's new checklists and how we need to set an example for other stores and blah, blah, blah. It was some corporate shit. I'm sure he got his ass chewed out because people had been missing the checklists. Not fucking me, because I do my goddamn job. Not anymore. But there was a whole new fucking thing of checklists. And when I went through it that night, it was just so much extra shit. There's like one whole checklist that they turned into 5. And it was fucking ridiculous. And then you had to count every single penny and all that shit in the till, which you did before too, but you had to like type it in to the tablet as you're doing it. And I was like, you know what? You're adding all this new shit. My GM wasn't here to explain it. He just sent a message over an app saying, oh, we're doing shit new. Make sure you do it right. Get fucked with that shit. Also, he's 28 years old and I'm 34 years old. And that was the GM of my store. And everyone else was younger than that. So now I'm going to go work with people in every age range without general public. And supposedly, from what my girlfriend says, people that know what the fuck they're doing. So I feel kind of justified. And the girl that he was going to promote, the job that I was hoping I would get, which not even worth it. Looking back at it, $1 more. So she was like, I'm looking for another job. I don't want this promotion. And then last Friday, she just walked out and said, hey, so my new job needs me to start. I'm not coming back, and just left. And he told me on the Thursday that happened. He told me on Friday, oh, Bree quit. She walked out and I blah, 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 and all this stuff. And I'm just like, I don't know what to say. because I was going to do exactly the same thing at some point. I was just waiting for my new job to call me and set up orientation. And it's like, you kind of get what you put in, dude. You're half in, half out when you're here. So that would be nice. It would be really nice, Kaiju. It seems like I will get big spurts. Like I would average about 100, 105, 100 a month, something like that. And then it dropped down these last couple months. And I don't know why. I probably do know why. Probably because of the shit I've been talking about has been seeping in from the real world. And sometimes the algorithm won't push you in your normal content if it's detecting stuff that's kind of not. So I don't know. I could be wrong. It could just be that I wasn't making my best content or putting out enough good stuff. But I feel like I give people their money's worth, especially when my channel was free. There's a lot of weeks where I dropped 3 or 4 brand new videos a week. And looking back, I should have slowed myself down and had these scheduled out so I wouldn't have run out of content. But you know what that does? That makes it so that when I have to make a new video for Tuesday, because that's the free video day, and I'll do random videos like today. I just had a Spider-Man. I got into a fight on Instagram with some people about how big Spider-Man should be. And people are like, he's supposed to be big. He's supposed to be strong and blah, blah. Yes, he's strong. Spider-Man's not a big dude. Sorry, just how it is. But I made another video about scaling with Marvel Legends, and which is the right Spider-Man for that. Which in my opinion, now we finally have the perfect one with Maximum Spider-Man, which is super shilly of me to say, I know. But that's just like my opinion, man. And also, Spider-Man's 5'10", 167. So I don't think 5'10" and 167 is going to look like a wrestling person, like a wrestling person. One of those wrestling fellas that you see on the television screen. He doesn't look like a wrestler. He doesn't look like Bonesaw, he just doesn't. That's not Spider-Man. I'm an old school YouTuber. You don't have to censor ourselves, so I don't. And that's the thing, Kaiju. In my normal videos, like I'm going to turn the light on because this doesn't want to focus on me. Let there be light. What was I saying? So like my normal figure review videos and shit, because I can swear on live streams. So like generally how it works is 30 seconds and you can start cussing. But when I do my figure reviews, if I cuss, it's way towards the end of the video if I'm really frustrated or if I'm just trying to be funny, or I don't swear at all. And that's just because I was, kind of babysitting my content and making sure that it didn't prevent my channel from getting pushed or whatever, just because I don't know how the fucking algorithm works, to be honest. But I will say AI does have its uses. Like, so the thing that's been really good for shorts is you use ChatGPT and you say, hey, I need YouTube tags for this content so-and-so to go viral or to get a bunch of views, blah, blah, blah. And generally, if I use those tags, ChatGPT will throw my video into the algorithm like full swing, and I will have like 1,000 views in like 10 minutes on a short. But that being said, for me, shorts aren't worth it because you need 3 million shorts views to get monetized. I'm already monetized as far as memberships. I just need like 700 more hours of regular watch time to get AdSense, which is straight up, they'll play ads on my unfortunately for y'all, but fortunately for me, because figures are expensive, and I will work out a way so that they're very non-intrusive, because I think I have control how they work. Maybe I'll put one right at the beginning, like right after my intro, where I show my face and be like, hey, we're talking about this thing today. And then right before my photography. So if people don't particularly want to see my photography, they can just kind of be like, all right, video's over. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. It'll be another new thing. A lot of new things for me on YouTube to figure out lately. So, and I'm going to have to figure out how to do a new job. So that'll be fun. But the thing about this job is I don't think I will have to do my daily workout as much anymore, because I am trying to stay in shape and get ready for summer, because we're going to go tubing on the river. We live right next to a river. So like every week, at least once a week, if the weather's nice, I'm going to try to go tubing with my girlfriend this summer. Just smoke a couple blunts on the water, get a little twisted, and go home and be super tan and, so you need summer body. At least I do. So I'm hoping that job will also help me with working out and keeping a normal schedule with that. So, because it's going to be a very physically demanding job, but I can do it. I just need to make sure I don't lift shit the wrong way with my back. And as Dave is saying, smash that motherfucking like button. Now, in a perfect world, maybe a couple years from now, God, I don't even want to think about a couple years from now. I'm one of those people that's like, I gotta think about today and tomorrow, and that's it. Otherwise, the existential dread starts creeping in. But maybe a few years from now, thank you, Shane, very much. Appreciate it. Y'all go check out Same Time Toys and Kaiju and Dave's Dimensions. Check out all these lovely people in the chat. Yeah, but it's cold. I like tubing in the water where like the sun is coming down and all you need to do is just jump in the water real quick to cool off and then get back on the tube. And then you got your music playing, you got your blunts lit. It's a good time. But the only time I went like snow activity thing was skiing, and I fucking sucked. I was terrified. I couldn't go fast. And then I remember face planting and just having a mouthful of snow, and I was like, this is not fun. I don't like this. But maybe in the future, YouTube could become my job, because someone asked if I'm quitting. Why am I quitting YouTube? I'm not quitting YouTube. That's not my job. I wish it was my fucking job. That'd be fantastic. No, but my girlfriend and I do want to get a canoe, so we'll have to look for a 2-person one, or even like cheap single-person canoes, because I think that's a good workout too. I like staying in shape. During the winter, I let myself go a little bit. I get a little pudgy. Y'all probably saw in my videos. It happens. It's cold out. You need the padding. But then springtime rolls around and I start hitting my fasts and my diets and shit and doing my workouts and getting ready for the water, because I do really like to be outdoors, and we didn't. So we went a lot of places last year, but when we were home, all we did was sit around. So I would like to do more free shit, like go hiking. There's a lot of places I hike around here. Obviously, the only thing we have to do to go tubing now, because we don't need to rent. We don't need to rent tubes. We bought our own, which is a great investment if you have a place to go tubing. Buy your own fucking tubes. They'll charge you like $30 an inner tube. And then we also got a cooler one, so we can float a cooler with us. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's probably one of my favorite springtime activities. And yeah, it's the only thing I don't like about it is bugs, because there's a lot of bugs on the water. And sometimes you don't notice them, and sometimes you'll go right through a whole swarm of fucking bugs. What's up, Fallout fan? How's it going? We're just talking random shit right now, which is fine. What did I have anything that I wanted to? Let me see. Oh, I have a problem with this thing. I shouldn't have it with me, because I'll just puff on it and get extremely, extremely fucked up. Yeah, there's not anything new on Big Bad Toy Store, really. There's just this G1 Optimus Prime, which it looks cool. It's just very non-articulated looking. I guess I can bring it up here. Allow. Add to stage. I mean, it's kind of cool. $74 though for an old school looking Optimus. I'm sure you could find. They are important, Jeff. That's why I got a new one next week. I'm starting at 7:00 a.m. on Tuesday for orientation, and then after that, I got to be in there like 2:30 in the morning. So that'll be fun. Listed price excludes tariff surcharge. So don't think that $74.99 is going to be the final price. I do agree that jobs are very important. Yeah, and it's gonna pay more. It's like $7 more. Same amount of hours generally, something around 30, 33. And then you get paid weekly. So between me and my girlfriend, we'll be all right. We'll be making more than we have to pay for bills, which is pretty good, I'd say, especially in this economy, which means I'll still be able to buy at least one or two figures a month to review, and she can still get her magic cards and I can still get my magic cards. And that's the thing is like if you're just surviving, that's awful, and I don't want that for anyone. So if we can be thriving and still doing our hobbies and shit. I mean, we can talk about. I mean, no, I don't want to talk about that, but you know, it's only a matter of time before it all comes crumbling down. Is all I'll say. Yeah, I canceled some stuff coming in. I mean, that's my go-to. I canceled some pre-orders today because I had already had them. Big Bad Toy Store got Adam Warlock and Dakin, and I had already gotten them from Amazon, unfortunately. So I canceled those. And I do have two things sitting in my pile of loot right now, so that's pretty cool. I have the let me see. Let me bring up what I have. Hiya Toys, so I can show y'all what to expect. I don't think the Godzilla that I'm going to show y'all will be members only, just because I'm not that. I'm not that familiar, like with it to be like, here's my knowledge. But this is in my pile of loot right now, and I got it for 50 instead of 50. What is it? 54 right now. 57. Oof. Yeah, they went up $8 because I got it for $49.99. But the other one that dropped at the same time, which I would have preferred the look for that one because it's obviously just regular straight up Godzilla. But I still looked at the price and I was like, this one is the same price. It was $50 in my pile of loot, but it doesn't have that that blast, the heat blast, the atomic breath. So I decided to cancel this Godzilla. So I got rid of this Godzilla, or I canceled that one off my pile of loot, and I kept the one with the atomic breath because I think that will look cooler on display. Now, do I know where the fuck he's gonna go? No. I'll probably put him up with my Mezco. I should probably move my Judge Dredd up there with my Mezco too. And I can't wait for this figure. I need to find it to show y'all. This thing is gonna be like crazy. And this is Hiya Toys as well. This is Major Kusanagi from the Major, from Ghost in the Shell. And it just looks kind of fucking fantastic. And I don't know about y'all, but I definitely watched some Ghost in the Shell. I'm not going to say I understood Ghost in the Shell when it was on, because I was like fucking 12 or 13, and not even 13. I think I was like 11 or 12 when it was on Adult Swim. So I'm not going to say I understood Ghost in the Shell, but oh, that movie sucks. The live action one is so bad with Scarlett Johansson as the Major. But this figure looks so sick. I cannot wait for the pre-order to drop on this. Jubei from Ninja Scroll. I don't know. We can check. I didn't know that. I thought that the Foosh was doing Ninja Scroll, or was that something else? And then, of course, they never did it. Yeah, see? Sold out. Oh, I guess they did do it. No, I only see a Ninja Scroll Jubei by a statue, and then the Foosh one, which is sold out. I didn't even know these got released. I did see the Alita Battle Angel movie. It was pretty good. That's the one I saw on Adult Swim, was standalone. Yeah, that's this one, Jeff. I didn't know that they actually got to release, but they're sold out, so I guess they did. And this is the other figure that's sitting in my pile of loot right now. There's actually other stuff too. And I got him for $34, so I definitely am glad that I pre-ordered him. And Savage Opress is a much needed character for my Clone Wars section, because if you don't know who Savage Press is, first of all, I said Savage Press. Savage Opress. First of all, shame on you. Secondly, he's Darth Maul's brother. So that's who he is. Mother Talzin on Dathomir trained him, and when Maul came back, he was there, and Maul had his spider legs, and then he trained Savage as his apprentice, essentially. And Then Sidious found out about it and said, "Oh hell no!" And he 1v1 both of them, and he killed Savage Press. And then he said, "Fuck you, Maul. You bitch." Which we all know Maul's not a bitch, and I'm glad he's getting his own show finally. You should. You really should watch the Clone Wars. It is that and Rebels, besides the original trilogy, obviously, are definitely some of the best Star Wars content out there. And animated live action aside, it doesn't matter. Rebels, after the first half of season 1, and then from that onward, is amazing Star Wars, top tier Star Wars. And Clone Wars, after season 1, same thing. It's just banger after banger after banger. Lots of cool story arcs, amazing characters that show up again in live action. Just adds a lot of context to Anakin becoming Darth Vader, and the whole build up to Revenge of the Sith and him turning to the dark side makes a lot more sense, which you shouldn't need that for a movie. But now that we have it and we watch it, and you watch the Clone Wars, and then you watch season 7 of the Clone Wars, which the ending of that happens concurrently with Revenge of the Sith, and you're just like, holy shit. So it adds a lot, because if you haven't seen Clone Wars, then obviously you don't know too much about Ahsoka, which is Anakin's Padawan, because he's a Jedi Knight. Jedi Knights have Padawans. So he had a Padawan mostly throughout all of the Clone Wars, and she is actually one of my favorite. She's my favorite Star Wars character, other than Han and Obi-Wan, but I'd say they're tied for second. And I'm stating Obi-Wan as like overall, Ewan McGregor, Alec Guinness. I love Obi-Wan. I still haven't finished Bad Batch. Oh shit. Y'all know what time it's about to be. It's about to be 4:20. So I'm gonna need to set my alarm here for a second, so that I don't miss it. Because I'll just get to talking and I'll miss 4:20. But yeah, I do need to finish Bad Batch. I know that Asajj Ventress is in the final season, so, but I haven't even watched the season before the final season. I think I only watched season 1, and I got halfway through season 2, so I'm behind. And then they just announced that Darth Maul Shadow Lord, or whatever it's called. Oof. I can't wait for that. That will be probably some, and it looks like Clone Wars animation, so that'll be some great Star Wars. I don't want us to not have animated Star Wars on. Like, we need an animated Star Wars show, because that's really where the storytelling shines when it comes to this, at least lately. Give me 1 second. So yeah, I think that Darth Maul show will be great. And if you haven't seen Clone Wars, you definitely need to see it. And Savage Press is a cool character, and it's a figure that we've needed for a long time. And I'm glad that he's in my pile of loot. And then I have 2 other things in my pile of loot, just because, I don't know, I'm dumb. And I had them pre-ordered a long time ago before the blockies, and then they were sold out and more expensive. So I didn't want to cancel the pre-order on them. So hopefully I can find the ones here. I'll just look it up. Scale World Mewtwo. They're not articulated, so that also sucks. But I got this. Now he's back in stock. But I got this. Oh, there it is. I didn't know that was out. I didn't know that season 2 had started. That's probably for the best. I have way too many. But I got this Scale World Mewtwo. And then, because I wanted, and I mentioned, that didn't work. Damn, that was a big hit. I wanted a Togepi that fit with my blockies. I had to get this one, because that Togepi looks absolutely tiny. What do you mean? Which challenger? Somebody challenging me? I hope y'all heard my alarm. I told you I would have forgotten. I literally forgot it was about to be 4:20, and then I heard it again. But yeah, I really wanted this Togepi, so I think they were $12.99 when I pre-ordered them, so they were cheaper. And Mewtwo's cool. It just sucks it's not articulated. I really hope that I can't breathe. I really hope that Blockies makes a Mewtwo. That'd be sick. Ew, is this more McFarlane? Yeah. So these figures that McFarlane is releasing is new. Well, I know that, but I know it's a Smash Brothers reference. But what, like, was it because of smoke or because of why? So the thing about these new McFarlane DC Direct figures is these are all old molds. This is not a mold that McFarlane had any input in whatsoever. Oh, it's all good. It's all good in the hood. But these are not new figures. He's just releasing DC Direct's old mold figures. So if you get one of these and you're articulating it and it fucking breaks, that's because the mold is like pretty old and McFarlane uses cheap plastic. So the way that these are designed, it's just prone to break because he's just remaking figures that were better quality. Sometimes with better paint, most of the times not with better paint. So be wary if you're buying any of these fucking things. If you see a brand new McFarlane 6-inch animated, it's not brand new. It's something that lazy old Todd McFarlane is recycling. And I think there may be some new things in there, like this may be new. And I could be wrong. But I don't know. Based on the way that's articulated, it probably is old. They probably did make Etrigan. And he's just re-releasing that. And then, of course, this Mr. Freeze is from the Bruce Timm New Adventures, the Batman and Robin animated shit. So, yeah, this is also old. Yeah, they do play like rocks. They're worth about as much. Yeah, it's garbage. It's a bunch of repaints of very, very old figures that a bunch of people already had. And it's cool for people that missed out on them before to fill in the gaps. But to call it new and be like, oh, these are new figures. It's me, Todd McFarlane here. These are new figures of Batman's animated series, everybody. Oh, turtleneck. Like I got rid of these older figures. Right? 10-year-old sculpt, let's go. Like this figure will break if you look at her wrong. Look at the limbs. Like he didn't do any redesigning, he didn't do any limb reinforcing or anything like that. He just said, break out those 10-year-old DC Direct Batman animated series molds. We'll get some fucking money printed here, guys. It's just, And then he has the gall to charge $130 for this 1/8 statue. Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, y'all. For what? It's 3 colors of paint, 3 shades, and it's 1/8 scale, so it's not like the detail is hard to paint. Why are you charging $130? What is it made out of? Made of poly resin. So it's not even polystone. It's just a fucking plastic weasel. Plastic weasel. That's what they used to call me in high school. Plastic weasel. Yeah, $130 fucking dollars for that shit. You gotta be fucking joking me. Meanwhile, you have this cool thing for $100, which is... I would never get one of these 1-to-1 helmets. But it'd still be pretty cool to put one on and be like, I'm a Death Trooper now. And when these guys talk, their voice is like decoded, so it goes like it sounds really like menacing and imposing because they have their own secret code that their voice modulator like scrambles their voice when they're talking to each other, so you don't know what they're saying. So it just adds to the intimidation factor. You know what the fuck they're planning. Death Troopers are cool. I think they're pretty cool. I was really happy when they showed up in The Mandalorian, and I guess in Rogue One as well. But I don't like Rogue One. I think that movie sucks. Yeah, he's so fucking lazy. I'm glad we all agree that Todd is a slimy, just trying to squeeze money out of people. for shit that absolutely isn't worth it. But you know what is worth it? Especially if you have Game Pass. The fucking Oblivion remaster is so pretty. So apparently they left all the scripting and the dialogue and the coding in there, but all the assets in the game, like all the graphics, everything that you see, it has fucking particle effects in Oblivion. Like I was sitting in a cave and there was like a stream of light. It's pictures up on my Instagram, by the way. I do need more Instagram followers. I only have like 300 something. So if you're not subscribed to me on Instagram or following me on Instagram, there it is in the chat. Go follow me, because then you can see my Oblivion character. But that game looks fucking fantastic. That game looks great. And if you played Oblivion back in the day and you're playing it now, you're gonna have these big nostalgia feels, but it looks so good. Because Oblivion was an ugly game. Don't get me wrong. It's a fantastic game, but that game was hideous. The character models, the animations, the way they just run up in your face and be like, "Hello there, stranger, how are you?" You know, it's just, it was not very conducive to looking good. But they remade all the assets for this game. Everything that is in there that you're seeing is redone, brand new. I don't know when they were working on it, because they should be working on Elder Scrolls 6. But I'm very glad. I don't know if it's Bethesda that did the I don't know if it's Bethesda. I don't know if it's Bethesda that did the remaster. It probably wasn't. They probably handed it off to somebody. But whoever did do it, my God. That would be Skyrim, I believe. But there were definitely some NPC memes from Oblivion as well, because here, let me see. I'll bring up some Oblivion memes. You know what? I can just show you the pictures. I can also go on my Instagram. I'll do that afterwards. Let me see. There may be some Oblivion memes and I'll recognize them and be like, "Oh shit." Oh, you know what the best Oblivion meme is though? Hold on. Because the character creator from the new game is so good. Where did it go? Oh, where did it go? I just saw it. It was perfect. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. All it did was bring me to Reddit. So I'm guessing all the Oblivion memes are current. Here we go. Have you said thank you to Akatosh even once? God, Martin, why are you so religious? Take a chill pill, dude. Martin Septim? Whatever his name is. I forget. But that's really funny. I think that's really funny. Yeah, you definitely do. If you have an Xbox, just pay for Game Pass. You'll get it. You'll get it for free. Well, not free because you're paying for Game Pass. But have you said thank you to Akatosh? Even once. Come on, y'all. All right, let me go to my Instagram to show y'all my Oblivion character. Just because I think she's pretty. And that's how I am. I love RPGs. Yo, I've been waiting for an RPG. Like, Avowed is fine. It's not terrible, but it's not the game I was hoping it would be. But Oblivion Remastered is, I know exactly what to expect out of that. And trust me, it's worth it. It's a great game. All right, so let me see. Here is my character. And I don't know if the particle effects are in this one. Let me see. No, I didn't post the particle effects. But you can see how pretty the game is regardless. Just from the background and shit. And then you got the lighting. So there's particle effects, you got the clouds, you got the ray tracing in there. So it's a gorgeous fucking game. Like, I'm gonna get to that. Where else? What else? I know I have one more. Forgive me for my Instagram story. LOL. But where is it? There we go. See, you can see the particle effects, like all that dust floating around in there. That shit definitely was not in the original Oblivion. And then once again with the ray tracing and shit. So yeah, it's definitely a very, very pretty game. And I would say it looks better than what the fuck is the game that Bethesda just released the last couple years ago? Starfield. It looks better graphically than Starfield. Is that what that game is called? Yeah, how much is it? Is it like $40, $30? It shouldn't be very much. It's an old game. But that don't stop them from charging $50 ain't cheap. That's not cheap. I mean, it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. At least it's not 70 or 80. But yeah, definitely, if you haven't played Oblivion, please play Oblivion. Get the remaster. By the way, I am getting a little better at drawing. I guess I won't be able to finish this because I left. This was on a blank pizza box at the job that I quit. So I guess I won't be able to finish that drawing of Spider-Man. So I'll just have to keep trying and draw a new one and get better at it. I used to draw all the time when I was a kid, and I stopped doing that. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm out of shit to say. I just wanted to hop on here. There's definitely some content for members to check out right now. There's at least 2 things, and then everyone, channel members, subscribers, there's also a new video about Spider-Man scaling where I, once again, run my mouth about things that I think I'm right about. So the deluxe edition is $60 and it comes with horse armor. Fuck yeah, horse armor! I remember that fucking controversy about the horse armor in Oblivion, and little old, like, what? When did Oblivion come out? 2000. Oof. When did Oblivion come out? 2008? 2007? I was like maybe 15 or 16 when it came out. So yeah, I bought the fucking horse armor. And I paid for the digital upgrade. I paid the $10 Game Pass upgrade. So yeah, I probably do have horse armor. I just need to stop stealing horses. I have a bounty, so anytime I talk to a guard, they're like, "Citizen, you've stolen property. You must pay your crimes." And I'm like, bruh, I'm just here to close Oblivion gates and make sure that the 2 giant dudes fight each other at the end. I don't care about your laws. Just don't fuck with my shit and I won't have to kill you. And then I end up fighting them and they kill me because the guards are OP in Oblivion, especially when you're a low level. But that's probably what I'm going to do when I get off of here is go play some Oblivion. So yeah, 2005. I was 14 when I first played that game. So very long time ago. Little O'Reilly was like, "Horse armor, I love horse armor. The horsey be protected." And I bought the horse armor. But that is just how it be. All right, y'all. I'm gonna hop off here and play Oblivion. I love y'all. I will see you next time. Thanks for popping in. I actually have to make a thumbnail first. But I appreciate all of y'all for stopping in and saying hi and hanging out. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye. I need to set an outro video. Now I can end it.